let's share the link here. I text you this link. Can you throw it in our story? Like throw it, just grab it, like just throw it in there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Um, link right here.
Oh, we're live, by the way, right now. Hey, everybody. Your family.
What's up, everybody? This is new for us. We're trying out streaming. We're gonna get this figured out. We're just a couple of guys that don't have a lot of technical know-how, but somehow we're making this work on YouTube. So, uh,
Okay.
in case you're gonna put that on, you're gonna put that on the Instagram for people.
Yep. We're doing it
So,
right now.
here's the problem. Okay, here I'm the problem. Here's the problem. All right, Scotty Scheffler did his normal Scotty Scheffler thing on the first day of a golf tournament. He didn't do his Scotty Scheffler things. He loses in the foursomes in just debilitating fashion. Then he loses by even worse in the four ball matches in the afternoon. Doesn't make a birdie until the 15th hole, and it didn't matter because Rahm dumped it in right on top of him.
Yeah.
Like
He finally decided to show up on the 15th hole.
yeah,
But then John Rahm dumps it on top of him, and then on 16, Sepp Straka dumps it on top of him as well to go ahead and end it. So,
I mean, I'll tell you this. You and I were texting this morning. Like when they won that first hole, because Bryson almost drove the green this morning, I was like, it's over. The U.S. is going to win. U.S. is going to win by Friday night. Like,
yeah.
I thought there was absolutely no chance. I thought Europe had no chance. And like most Ryder Cups recently, except for 2021, um, we're down 2 or 3 points after the first day.
Mhm.
Like, like I it's a position we're used to, but I don't like it. It's better than
One of the
the
first matchups was uh, um, uh, who did Rory and Tommy play in the first matchup?
uh,
Um,
you know,
Harris English and
yeah,
Colin Morikawa,
yeah, exactly.
and guess what? They're doing it again tomorrow morning. What are we doing here?
Yeah,
Minute.
like yeah, like
I texted you and said that they are going to get. Wow.
yeah, I I I don't know, man. Those guys, that didn't make sense to me. You know what also didn't make sense to me is Scotty teeing off first on number one and not number two. Like that didn't make sense to me at all because like if you look at the even number holes, those draw holes for Scotty, like
Yeah.
it was he put him in the you have to put your players on the holes that suit their ball flight in alternate shot. Like, you can't I did that didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me not sending Cam Young out early as well as the man is playing. Like,
Yeah.
why did you not send Cam Young out early? Like, it it could have been, I think it could have been different. But like we always Monday morning quarterback these things after every day, so I get it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it could have worked out and everything. They could have been up, been tied or been up 3-1, something like that. It would have been like, oh, Keegan Bradley's a genius.
Yeah,
But I think the intention, was there. I think there was just, if it were up to me, which it obviously isn't, you got to get a better matchup for Rory and Tommy, given their track record in these events and how good they are and how good they complement each other in play. You got to get not Harris English and Colin Morikawa.
yeah.
So I mean,
You need to have that Cantlay,
yeah,
Sam Burns pairing. Which I mean, today that was one of, if not some of the best golf we've seen.
right.
And with that pairing, on that, I thought that. I mean, who picks first in the? Does it is did Keegan pick first for day two for the matches, or who picks first?
That's actually a good question. I would love to find out how they determine, what the matchups are.
Because I know it's
Um,
usually one. It's usually one coach. It'll be like
yeah,
first grouping. It'll be whoever goes first will pick their two guys, and then
if anybody
the other
knows,
person
let us know.
responds.
If anybody
Yeah,
knows that, let us know.
yeah. I mean, Bryson and Cam Young versus Aberg and Fitzpatrick. I I mean, I don't. I think Bryson's the favorite in just about every matchup except against Rory this week,
Hmm.
because Bryson's going against Rory in in they're either going to send Bryson or Scotty out first on Sunday. That's going to happen,
Yeah,
and it's like, do they put Rory out there with Scotty or Rory out there with Bryson?
yeah.
Like, who do you go
Well,
with?
I mean, I when I messaged you today, now then all of a sudden he goes and birdies 15 and 16. It's like, okay, did Scotty finally find something? But I texted you, I said, hot take, bench Scotty Scheffler tomorrow morning and
Yeah.
let him go practice and find something for the afternoon.
But to be fair, how many times on this show and this channel have we talked about Scotty doesn't ever do anything really remarkable on Thursday? He does it
Well,
on Friday, Saturday,
I
Sunday.
get that, and that's cool and all, but you're talking about the Ryder Cup. The first round is also the final round. You got to pretend like it
Yeah,
is. So
yeah.
there's
I
no
mean,
there's no starting off slow and then figure it out come Saturday and then win it on Sunday. So we gotta.
arguably though, it's Scotty and Russell Henley tomorrow. They're going up against Europe's weakest
Yeah,
twosome out of the four of them with McIntyre and Hovland, both who
they
played
have a better
atrocious today.
matchup. 100%. This is a much better matchup for them.
Yeah, and so that will be interesting to see. Um, uh, Also, let's talk about. I mean, the rookies. The rookies on our side played well. I mean, Cam Young was
Griffin,
right there.
he played fantastic.
Benny Bombs, baby. Like, I'm all
Yeah,
for it. Like, it's something else. And but I mean, Xander and Cantlay versus Rahm and Hatton, I think is a absolutely terrible matchup for Cantlay. I feel like Cantlay should be against Rory tomorrow. Like, I would have put, I would have put Cantlay and Xander against Rory and Tommy, because they have history
yeah.
and that might build up. You know, I mean, but I would have put Bryson and Cam Young, against John Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton, and then I would have put Xander and Patrick Cantlay against Aberg and Fitzpatrick. That seems to be like a more
I,
appropriate matchup, like
yeah.
those
Well,
four.
just the way John Rahm has played or played today. I mean, if he plays like that tomorrow, nobody's beating him.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
that simple. So I don't think it matters who you put against him. He plays like he played today. Again tomorrow, he's gonna be 4-0 by the end of the day tomorrow.
yeah. I mean, you know, what has to happen? I mean, I'll ask you. I've got my own take, but like, what what has to happen tomorrow for the U.S. to have a shot on Sunday? What's the number got to be tomorrow at the end of the day for the U.S. to have a shot?
Yeah, I don't think you're in a time where you could do a comeback like at Brookline, like 10-6 type thing. I think you've got to be at minimum only down like 2 points, or at maximum, excuse me, only down like 2 points. So I don't think
Yeah,
you can be much more than like,
9 and
um
7.
yeah, 9-7, something like that, would be, I think, the absolute maximum. Um,
I,
if you do that, if you're much more than that, you're talking, you got to have way too many guys that aren't playing well end up coming up with upsets.
yeah, I think I think I think the U.S. I think if they're losing at all going into Sunday, I think if they're losing at all, they're they're they don't have a shot. I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it. I mean, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, they need to go. They need to win. They need to go at least no worse than 2-2 tomorrow morning, which I think is the best chance the best they could do tomorrow morning is go two
Yeah.
and two.
Uh,
Like Scotty and Henley beat up on McIntyre and Hovland, who aren't playing good, and Bryson and Cam Young beat Aberg and Fitzpatrick.
yeah.
I think Rory and Tommy might win 9-7. And John Rahm Tyrrell Hatton, I think it's a long shot to think they won't win that match against Xander and Petty Ice. I think if they go 2-2 in the morning, I think they have to go 3-1 in the afternoon to have any kind of shot.
Yeah, if Shoffley and Cantlay, because Cantlay's obviously playing well too, maybe you can squeak out a half there if you get at best case scenario. So I think the best case scenario tomorrow morning for the US is 2.5, 1.5.
Yeah.
But more than
That's a
likely,
stretch, though. That feels like a stretch.
well, it
Like,
does, but more than likely, I'm kind of with you. I think the first match and the last match, looking at those matchups and how they played today, I think you've got a real shot at those two. And then
yeah,
I think, would have to get super lucky to pull out a win or a half on either the second or third match.
okay, yeah.
It would be a major upset. Let's just say that to me.
Yeah, yeah. Any of those, I think if they do any better than 2-2 tomorrow, I think 2-2 is a win in the morning. I think if they do any better
Yeah.
than 2-2, it's an absolute bonus.
Yep.
But these guys still have to play in the afternoon, right? And we saw Bethpage get tougher in the afternoon. When
Sure.
it's moisture out there. I mean, you played the course, right? How early did you go off when you played it?
And we didn't play till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that, 2:30 in the
Yeah.
afternoon. But
But like you saw it today, watching on TV, it was firm as hell in the afternoon, and it was wet, and just guys were hitting drives that were sticking on the fairway. They were playing preferred lives this morning,
yeah, well, they
so
actually kept that going in the afternoon. They probably didn't need to, but they kept it going. But it will not be tomorrow, so that's another factor that could be interesting. It still will be a little bit damp, but they won't be doing lift, clean, and place. I can assure you that tomorrow.
yeah,
So you will see some interesting things with mud on the golf ball and things like that. That is another factor that you have to that you have to play with.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. I think the U.S. I mean, we've been here before. I mean, I just want personally, I want to see a Sunday that's not we need to have a miracle to win, and
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd love to see us go into Sunday 8-8. I'd love to see that, and just have a Sunday singles match for the ages. I don't particularly think it's going to happen. I'd love to see it, but I mean, also talk about Rory McIlroy, just like a man possessed. Like the guy had three putts today that I think he had a combined like 720 degrees of lip outs across three putts. The guy was just firing on every single cylinder and making the putts when he needed to, putting the golf ball in the right place. I mean, every other week out of the year, I'm going to cheer for Rory, not this week. But
And then also, Justin Rose in his mid 40s continues to get it done. Now, how good was he as well?
yeah, dude, Justin Rose, man, just sinking those putts. He sank that 45 footer this afternoon. And then Cam Young sunk it right on top of him, which was great. But I thought that was awesome. But I will say this, and I may get some heat for this, and I don't care. But expected a little more raucousness from the New York crowds. Like I expected it to be a little rowdier. Like everything else, we probably missed it because USA was showing a commercial. But
Well, yeah, excuse me for a minute while we take a 2-minute commercial break now, just like the Ryder Cup does in the
we
middle
should
of
do that. We
everything.
should just put something like we should just put like our product up on screen and just
Put
disappear
up
for
a
2 minutes.
product. Yeah. Well, here you go. Let's do a Peloton ad randomly. You're
No,
welcome.
they're not paying us. Sorry. Love you,
Yeah.
Peloton. I have one of your bikes, but
No, but I think part of it was it wasn't as raucous. Well, the morning we got our asses handed to us. I don't know if I can say that. It's live,
you
whatever.
can. Yeah.
we got our asses handed to us. So really, what was there to cheer about? I mean, what am I
Right.
there to cheer because we tied a hole and we're four down? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, so I
Yeah.
get it, but you know, they're if they can make any sort of comeback, you're going to see the raucousness, you know,
Yeah.
ratchet up. So
Yeah, no, dude. I'm like, I want us to get there. I think we will. I mean, I hope we will. I want to see some. I want to see us have a chance on Sunday. But like, um, it's just, we'll see. I was let down today. Just let down by Scotty. If he could have squeaked if Scotty had squeaked out a half point in each of his matches, it's 4.5, 3.5, and we're having a completely different conversation you
yeah,
know so I don't know, man. It's rough one, but we're gonna see tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We'll probably have some picks for the afternoon matches, probably not in the morning. We'll probably do some live streaming tomorrow because this is new. We'll probably be on Instagram tomorrow as well.
yep,
And Might be doing this thing more often. This might fit more than me having to edit all the time,
yeah. There you
which
go.
is which is
Just
fabulous. So
just
uh,
go live and see what happens. It's perfect.
yeah. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. Really helps the channel. Like and subscribe. Merch link in bio, not yet, but we'll we're figuring this out. We're just a couple of guys, but we'll be back. We also have college football tomorrow, so maybe we hop on in the morning. We talk about college football, and then we do a recap. I don't know.
Are you watching Florida State or what's going on there right now? It's been very
I
close.
I am, I am definitely, it's on the TV to the side of me. And the fact that it's 21-21
There you
is
go.
not really what I'm excited about. But,
Yeah.
we're not gonna talk about it because it's my team. We don't talk about our teams when they're playing on the show. So let's stick with that. And we'll be good. But either way, guys, maybe we'll see you in the morning. Maybe we'll see you in the afternoon tomorrow. Maybe in the evening. But
And
either way,
also, USA just went to commercial again. So there you go.
yeah. Also, USA went to commercial. All right, guys. We Ryder Cup day one. It's a rough one. We'll hopefully get it back tomorrow, and we'll see you.